Hello, Aries. Welcome to the week ahead. This is Infinite Fire Readings. Good to be here. It's been a week. Usually I do these on Saturday, and I've had to do it on Sunday. It has been quite a big week for me, but I am happy to be here for you and doing this week ahead reading for you, Aries. So welcome. Let's get on into it. This could be for if you have Aries in your chart. You might be cross-watching for another Aries. Just whatever works with you. Just keep in mind these are just cards. Free will does come first. Take what resonates, throw away the rest, and let's just go for there. This reading is for your entertainment, Aries. Hopefully we can get some golden nuggets of wisdom. If it doesn't fit, it might just not be your reading. It is a general reading, so let's see how we go. Okay, Aries, I'm going to start with my Wild Unknown Tarot, which is sort of what I tend to do. Actually, maybe I'll start with the other one. I want to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to get 5 from each of these two decks, the Wild Unknown, and then we've got this more traditional deck, which I'm actually going to start with. I'm actually going to flip it around today, and you are with me as I figure it out. And then I'm going to draw you The Universe Has Your Back Oracle affirmation card as well. Because, I want to just mix it up from the Work Your Light. I have been using them a lot. And I would like to mix it up. All right, Aries, let's get into it for the week ahead. It could also be sort of for the upcoming month as well. I left it as the week ahead though, because I think that things can really change and shift a lot in a month. And I'm just leaving it open, but it might resonate with the month ahead. Pardon me, because we are coming into June. Holy moly, that happened really quickly, Aries. All right. Let's get into it. I'm just realized how happy I am to be here reading, even though I'm absolutely a little bit sleepy today, but let's do it. Okay, Aries, bit of a long intro. You get the point. Let's do it. Okay. So for Aries, what is going on for my Aries, please, for the week ahead, or maybe the month ahead for June? We'll go with the week ahead, though. Maybe the month ahead if it resonates. The week ahead coming out. Okay. What are we? Whoa! It's all wanting to come out. We started with the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Is that showing? Yep. The Hanged Man in the upright and Strength in the reverse. Okay, Aries. So maybe you're sort of feeling like a wish did not come in for you. Sort of coming into the first part of the week here. Maybe you have a certain perspective about something as well. The 9 of Cups, pardon me, is to do with wish fulfillment. So in the reverse, it's about wishes not coming true or not being fulfilled, or maybe not feeling like they are going to come in for you in some way, shape, or form. Following that, you have the Hanged Man. So maybe having a particular perspective about something that's quite particular, quite not rigid, but sort of this is how it is, sort of a viewpoint. Can also be the waiting around card, Aries. So maybe you're waiting for something at the moment as well. In the middle of the spread, you have the Strength card, which is a card of Leo. It is in the reverse as well. Obviously, Strength is one of probably the easiest cards to read because it sort of speaks about what it is. It is about strength, having strength in a situation. Maybe you're just not feeling very strong at the moment as well, Aries. Maybe something isn't coming in for you, hasn't come in yet, some kind of wish, and you're waiting around or having a particular perspective about it, not feeling very strong about it. And following that, you've got the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So it looks like not really either standing up for yourself or not wanting to have some kind of confrontation regarding something. So interesting start to the week, Aries, it seems, if this is resonating with you. What an interesting start. Let's continue, Aries. What's your final card? Is it that one? I'll take it. All right. The 3 of Wands in the reverse. It was leaning more towards the reverse. I know it sort of came out sideways, but maybe not planning for something as well. Not wanting to make any plans. Maybe you're waiting for something very particular to come in before you make plans. On the bottom of the deck, so your energy coming into the spread, Aries, is the High Priestess. So maybe not trusting on your intuition or not knowing what the right decision is to make regarding something. It seems like you're kind of in your element as well. I mean, we have the Queen of Wands here on the bottom too. So, it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I feel like it's your energy. Could be regarding work as well, Aries. You do have the 8 of Pentacles here. Judgment in the reverse. Maybe not wanting to go backward, but wanting to move forward. So it seems like, you're sort of in your element, maybe you wanting things to work out, then maybe just not knowing the right decisions about it. Maybe waiting for some kind of offer. It could be work related. let's look into it and then get you some hot advice, Aries. That's what I'd like to do. Okay, so to start with, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So as I said, some kind of wish not coming in for you at the moment. Maybe something that you really want to happen, or you're just feeling like whatever it is that you want isn't going to happen, or it hasn't come in. So there's a couple of options there. You could be still waiting for it to come in with this Hanged Man energy, or maybe have a very particular perspective. I mean, if you are being sort of negative about it coming in, that could be the perspective that you're holding, maybe sort of a negative attitude. I'm not sure if that's the case. You do have strength in the reverse as well. So, and I'm not saying that, you're a negative person if you just have a, defeatist attitude. It's definitely easy to do when we don't see what we want to come into our lives happen. We can be like, well, maybe it's just not going to happen. So you could have that sort of a perspective as well, or just waiting around for this wish to come in. Not feeling very strong about something right in the current. So I read past to future, current in the middle, or the week or month in this case, whatever resonates with you. So not feeling very strong. You could be dealing with a Leo as well, maybe needing to release some kind of connection with a Leo or thoughts regarding a Leo. It doesn't have to be the case, but it is the card of Leo. And then, maybe not wanting to, you're either not standing up for yourself or not wanting to face some kind of not wanting to have confrontation. It is Seven of Swords, Wands, pardon me. It can be really about being defensive. You're standing your ground. It's quite a strong card, actually. It's less so much about being right as much as holding onto your own. It's in the reverse, though. So I'm sort of feeling like maybe you're not standing up for yourself. It could be to do with yourself. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough benefit of the doubt in some kind of situation, Aries. And then finally, just not planning. So whatever this is that hasn't come in for you, you're waiting around for it or have a particular perspective, not feeling very strong, maybe not standing up for yourself and that you can come in, or not standing up to others about something, and not planning for something as well. So Aries, I just feel like maybe you're in a bit of a funk right now with these cards. Let's get you some advice. That's what I like to do. That's what I do with my readings. I shuffled these so much, you saw at the start. So I'm actually just going to jump into it because it feels right. Let's get you some advice with this. What does Aries need to know, please, regarding the week ahead? That came out real quick. Okay. There's two there. All right, I'm going to take both of them for this because I just landed like right underneath it. The Daughter of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like maybe communicating with people could be something that you need to do as well, because you are getting a couple of court cards coming up. Maybe not so much this Father of Wands. I feel like that could be your own energy. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Okay, really interesting regarding this wish fulfillment. I think it's to do with your own attitude more than anything else. I'm not saying that it's like, this wish hasn't come in and that's to do with your attitude. I don't mean that. I just mean that, maybe you're giving up on something too early, or it's about your own belief system regarding what you want in this situation. So the Moon card in the reverse underneath the Strength card. So card of Pisces. Yeah, you could be dealing with a Piscean. What else? I need to sneeze. Do I? No, it's going to be one of those lying sneezes that tickles your nose and then just runs away. I hate those. Not my favorite. They're mean. Anyway. All right, Aries, what else? I will read all this for you as well. I just want to get all the cards first. And then we'll jump into it, Aries. Then we will have a look at it. See what's going on with advice. I can kind of already see what's happening, at least with the first two. Okay. Oh, was that the last two? I'll take them like that. Okay. Yeah. I think there's just people in your life that you need to both come towards and maybe move away from. I know in this time, it's definitely been a fascinating time regarding social situations. I know that we have the techniques to chat, the platforms such as Zoom and internet and online dating. I don't know why that jumped in there. That's not what I'm doing. So yeah, maybe you're online dating. I'm an Aries, and that's not where I'm at, but I do know other Aries that might be. But yeah, for some reason that jumped into my brain. So yeah, there's just so many platforms and ways of communicating with people that aren't in person. However, everyone's energy is a little bit fluctuant right now. So social situations can be ebbing and flowing in ways that maybe you hadn't planned or thought of before. So there could be people that maybe you need to come back towards and people that maybe you need to move away from, just to shift energies a little bit. Anyway, let's get into your advice. I'll have a sip of my tea. I know this is weird. I'm actually glad I'm sipping it on camera because usually it sits there and gets really cold next to me, but I actually need the sustenance because yeah, I had a piece of cake for breakfast. So that's where I'm at this morning. Okay, Aries. So to start with, let's get into your advice. You have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So maybe not feeling like a wish has come in, or just not feeling optimistic about a wish coming in. Or maybe it has not come in, is what I mean as well. So it could be it hasn't come in, or you're just not feeling it, or a combination. The advice is the Father of Wands or the King of Wands in the reverse. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I view it as yourself, Aries. And the Nine of Swords also in the reverse. So how I see this as advice regarding this wish fulfillment is, I mean, with the Father of Wands, this can be you, Aries. This can be someone really strong, fiery, passionate, adventurous, creative, free-spirited, just a beautiful sort of energetic, spiritual soul as well. It doesn't have to be, but that's sort of the vibe. It's in the reverse, and I do view it as the Aries card next to the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This to me says, it sounds interesting, but come out of needing to be this completely just boss version of yourself, to release these anxieties around this wish fulfillment. So you might be focusing on something coming in and maybe just thinking that I need to be this version of myself for this to happen. If I'm not this version of myself, it's not good enough, or whatever's happening here, kind of energy I'm getting. This basically says, if you want this wish to come in, stop needing to be perfect, stop needing to be this huge superhuman, and release the anxieties around it as well. So if you're feeling like, well, if I'm not that person, it won't come in for me. That's the anxiety attached to it. It's in the reverse here. So yeah, I like these cards together. Just be the blob that you are. I know that sounds funny, but we're not. We're a whole mesh of things. You're not always going to be like Popeye after eating a can of spinach. I don't know. Like Popeye's got his moments. I don't watch enough Popeye. It's just saying release the need to be superwoman, superman, superhuman. And that should allow you to release the anxieties regarding this wish. So it seems like it's not so much about who you are being or what you are. It's just gonna, maybe you just need to mellow, be what it is that you are in the moment, whether or not that's something that's strong and powerful and creative and super amazing. And then that should allow the anxieties to release by accepting where you're at, rather than trying to emulate and be what you're envisioning. So you're probably going to get there, I hope, if that's something you really want, if that's right for you. Though right now, just own what you are, not what you think you need to be, to release the anxieties around getting this wish coming in. That's the message that I'm getting as advice. Bit of a long-winded one, maybe, but I did want to emulate that. So I hope that emulates. So that seems to be the word of the day. I did want to say that to you. Yeah. Okay, Aries, we'll move on. I hope that was clear. The Hanged Man in the reverse was the next card out for you. So maybe feeling like you have a certain perspective on something, or feeling like you're playing the waiting game for something as well. The card as advice coming up here for this part of your spread is the Daughter of, or Page of Pentacles in the upright. So it could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, though it could very well be. Pages as well are inexperienced, feminine, receptive, and learning energies. So it could mean a couple of things. I actually felt straight away that you might need to reach out to someone in your social network that has this kind of energy, whether or not they're an earth sign, whether or not they are, that younger sort of page energy, or have that grounded nature to them as well with the pentacles. Pentacles are quite grounded. Even the page, someone who's learning as a pentacles sign, quite earth grounded, 3D based. They look at the world for this side of it, and they're quite in this spectrum. Thank you for the thumbs up as well, by the way. I do appreciate it. So that's the energy that I am getting from this particular card. It can also mean as well, Aries, that you might need to come into a place of learning and reciprocation regarding your material world a little bit. So if you're having a very certain perspective about something, you might need to learn to open up to receiving gifts and learning how to receive gifts in some way, shape, or form regarding this perspective, or waiting around. If you're waiting for something else to come in, it could be also about learning to receive the gifts that you are getting as well. I actually really feel though that it's you needing to reach out to someone. And that's because of the climate that we're in at the moment, just with everything being so, very elusive regarding social situations. It's very up and down. I know that from my own experience and other people around me. It's definitely an interesting time, to say the least. So, yeah, that's what I gather from that. Next up, Aries with strength. Just take a pause. Strength in the reverse. So you could be dealing with a Leo. You might be needing to release a connection with the Leo, or you might just, need to release some kind of concept regarding a Leo. That's an option. I feel like maybe though you're just not feeling very strong at the moment in some facet, whether that's, maybe you've just been doing too much or doing too little, or you're just giving yourself a hard time, whatever that is regarding everything that's happening. Maybe this wish not coming in. I feel like everything's stemming from something not coming in for you. So I feel like maybe, you're just not feeling strong about that, Aries. The advice that's coming in is the Moon card in the reverse. So this can mean a couple of things. It is a card of Pisces. So it could be in the reverse that you need to let go of a Pisces or let go of some kind of concept that a Piscean in your life is having. Does not have to be. It's just one option. Another option, though, that I see it as is there's kind of two things. I actually view it as the latter, but the first option is release the fear of stepping into the unknown regarding not being strong. That could resonate with someone, though I actually read this today for some reason. I'm just going with my intuition a little bit here for whatever reason. Let go of the need to step into the unknown. So whereas the first option sort of like let go of that fear so that you can, I feel like this is don't stress so much about needing to change and shift everything as well. It seems like a contradiction because it looks like you want something to come in for you and you want to be a version of yourself that allows that. Though it's almost saying you don't need to be this version, be what you are and stop trying to step into this space. And I think it's about accepting where you are so that you can do what needs to be done here even, or just be here so that things can shift around you, having a little bit of faith in the universe to move for you. That's kind of what I'm getting from these cards, Aries. So that's the advice. You don't really need to step into the unknown, or don't be afraid to let go of the fear of it. I think it's the fact that you don't need to step into the unknown. That might just help you feel a bit stronger where you're at because you're not putting so much weight and emphasis on something that hasn't yet happened, or something that you don't seem to be capable to do at the moment, because that's just life's ebb and flowy. Some days you're going to be better other days, and some weeks and months you're going to be in completely different places. So just keep that in context. It's a very interesting time again. All right, Aries, next up you had the 7 of Wands coming in here. So maybe not feeling like you're standing up for yourself or not holding your ground about something. I feel like it could be again to do with an actual person, because you are getting a court card underneath it to clarify it. So if you're feeling like you're not standing your ground or you're not standing up for yourself about something, the advice card is the Daughter or the Page of Cups in the reverse. So again, it could be a couple of things. For today, I feel like it's the court cards. Usually I go the other way. Usually I say it's to do with what the meaning of the court cards is, but court cards are people or personality types in our life. So the way we respond to things in that part of ourselves or someone else or actual people. This is a water sign, so a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. It doesn't have to be, though. That is what cup stands for. And it can also be someone who is quite an emotional person. They tune into the world emotionally. A Daughter or Page of Cups are inexperienced, feminine, receptive, and learning energies. The Daughter of Cups in the reverse can be two things. So it could be to disconnect from a kind of energy like that. Maybe someone who's a little bit emotionally still figuring things out for themselves, or just doesn't really, isn't offering you that cup as well, or a combination of that. It can also be to not offer your own cup, or sort of you don't need to receive emotional offers right now if you are feeling like you're holding your ground. Though I do think it might be that you need to sort of step away or disconnect a little bit from this sign. And again, they're just cards. Take them as they resonate. That is sort of the energy I'm getting. And it could just be that younger, immature energy. Feminine as well doesn't necessarily mean male or female. Female, I could say first. It's just receptive versus assertive, feminine energy versus masculine energy. And if you're relating to that in some way and you're seeing that, that's possibly what it's referring to. Or I even say probably, because our subconscious mind is quite powerful and it'll bring up what we need to see, like, a fair amount of the time, I think, if we are open-minded. So that's the energy I'm getting. Maybe if you're feeling like you don't know how to hold your ground or that, just maybe disconnect from this energy at the moment. It could also be that you don't need to receive cups right now. So if you're just feeling like you're failing to stand up for yourself or disconnect, maybe just stop accepting the cups that are coming in, that are maybe saying things at you or just asking so much of you, things like that. You can take a step back, and that might help you go, you know, hold on, no, I just need a bit of space. I just need to take a breather, or no, I don't actually agree with that. You know, so whatever this means for you, it can help you shift that into the upright. Cool, Aries. Final part of the week ahead or month ahead or whatever it is that you resonate with. The Three of Wands came up in the reverse, so not planning for something. It could be because you don't feel like this wish has come in, not feeling strong, you know, needing to wait around, having a perspective and not holding your ground. It seems like you're just kind of in a funk, which isn't my favorite to hear, but I get it. I get it. Yeah, so maybe just feeling like you're not planning for things. The advice here is the Four of Pentacles, and I didn't really look at this card properly until now. I saw it out before, and I subconsciously was like, that's the Four of Pentacles, but I didn't click any meaning to it straight away. So the advice is actually to hold on. So that to me sounds like waiting. So hold on, wait. I do sometimes affiliate that card with this meaning. If you're not really ready to plan for something, or you're wanting to but you haven't started yet, this is saying to wait for a little bit. So it could be because you haven't received this opportunity yet. I don't feel like this isn't really not going to come in. I feel like maybe it hasn't come in again, or you're just not feeling good about it coming in. And I can see that maybe you do want to move ahead with stuff once that happens. But if it hasn't happened yet for you, this is saying to hold on and wait before you start planning. So I think that probably is a wise decision if that is relating to whatever situation it is that you're sort of resonating with, Aries, or that's sort of happening for you. Could also be to be smart with your money. Four of Pentacles can be a saving card. So I'm just going to throw that in there. For some reason, I felt like I needed to say that. May need to save your coins. Don't go excessively spending on little creature comforts that you don't need to. You don't need to buy that coffee 5 times a week if you're going to work. Maybe start making those teas if you have a savings goal. That's a fun, it's sort of a side tangent one. I almost feel like this is just about being less spending for the sake of it. You know, I definitely get a morning coffee at the moment when I'm going into the office. So yeah, interesting though. I think it is about holding on and waiting, and also saving your coin. Let's get you an affirmation card, Aries. This is from the universe has your back. Usually I do the Work Your Light Oracle, but I'm doing affirmation cards. They're quite powerful. Sometimes they're not really what we want to hear. I feel like that anyway. Though after a few days, I find that I resonate more with the card. So let's see, Aries, what the universe has your back Oracle advice cards have to say. Yeah, let's check it out. They're pretty feel good for the most part. They sort of talk about, they're quite spiritual as well. They do talk about reconnecting with the core and reconnecting with love, the love of the universe, the love of the self, and just having faith and things like that. So yeah, let's check it out. I'll give it one more shuffle. I'm just going to be patient today with my readings. Sometimes I feel really rushed, but I say that now. Get to Aquarius and be like, okay. Hopefully not though. Hopefully not. I'm Aquarius, moon and rising, so hopefully I'm not like that when I get to that time in the day. Pisces, though. No, I'm kidding. My mother's a Pisces. I do need to make sure I do a good read for her as well. All right, Aries. I'm going to do one more. I didn't mean to do this many, but now I want to do one more because I've done so many. And then we'll get you a card. I'll stop rambling at you and we'll get you a card. Okay, Aries. What is a nice affirmation card for Aries, please? What does this universe has your back oracle deck have for Aries? That's too many, but I'll take the top one. Oh, they're actually all quite short. Yeah, sometimes this happens. I don't really like getting more than one, but I'll read them anyway. So I am the loving energy of the universe. See, they sound a bit like waffly to me sometimes, but sometimes meditating on this kind of thing is just reconnects you. So it's I am the loving energy of the universe. Hippie vibes, but I'm cool with that, you know. I surrender to a power greater than me. I surrender to a power greater than me. And when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. These do work together quite well. When I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So I'm going to sort of break this down, hopefully a bit briefly, because I don't want to be too long. And then you can get some insight out of it. So I am the loving energy of the universe. I am part of the universe. I'm here. I am within it. I'm not separate from the universe. I exist inside it. I am part of the energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. Just remembering your own connection. You're not separate. You're not individual. Coming back into connection with everything, with source, with self. I am the loving energy of the universe. I'm part of the energy of it. Just as much as the tree is, or my neighbor is, or the house is in its, inanimacy. But I am not inanimate. Oh, I'm rambling. You get what I mean? You're part of the whole, from the sky down to each atom. I surrender to a power greater than me. So I surrender to the fact that I didn't create myself. I didn't give birth to myself. I didn't, just as far as we know, decide to be here now. Maybe we did in another realm. Sometimes I'm open to that. But just keeping in mind that you are here and the universe is so much bigger than you as an individual, even though you're part of it, it's massive. It's galaxies. You're this little blip. Just remembering that power of all those stars, it's unfathomable. Just recognizing to surrender to your part in this entire process of life. Okay, just coming back into that energy. And then, remembering if you are the loving energy of the universe, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So what that means to me, I'm a believer in I think the word is benevolent universe, but it might not be. I believe in a loving universe. I personally do. That's just my philosophy. You don't have to take it if it doesn't fit, though that is genuinely where I'm at. And I think we go through ups and downs all the time, and we struggle with things a lot. Though when you're connected to things that make you happy, make you feel good, it's not like instant gratification stuff. This is like genuinely things that you enjoy. Okay, genuinely things that you like and that make you feel good. You attract support. So what that means, without being too like, like, I don't think it's our attitude as much as our actions that create change in our life. I really do believe that. Though our joy is huge in attracting just situations and energies that help fill our well. So what I see this to mean, Aries, is to do things that make you happy now. So if your cup hasn't come in yet, if you haven't got your wish fulfillment, do things now that make you feel good. Okay? Don't wait for something to come in to feel good, because you might be, what if it doesn't come in at all? I mean, that's obviously not really what anyone wants to hear, but if it doesn't, you're going to just wait around feeling crappy until you go, well, hold on, I better change that. Well, change it now. Feel good now. Do something. Have a bath. Go for a walk. Call up your friends and have a safe coffee if you can. Do it now. And that will allow your energy to shift, because it's going to put you in a better place. It's going to emulate, like just radiate that outward. It's going to affect your life. So I really feel like that is sort of saying, just reconnect with your joy in order to get this wish come in for you. Really. You know me, I'm about self-help. So that's sort of the energy that I am getting from these cards. That's it, Aries. That was a long one to start with. I'm now going to move on to Taurus. So thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure and an honor to read for you. Have a wonderful space time wherever you are. I'm going to awkwardly click end stream now, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.